Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good and having a great time. I am Inderjeet Kaur studying in class 10 in Bright Day School, Vadodara. So this year the title of my LEAD journey is A Step Towards Better and Responsible Me. Why? Because by doing all the tasks, projects and taking step towards an initiative has somewhere made me a responsible person. Through this, what is the meaning of leadership for me? For me, leadership is the quality in a person who never claims to be a leader, who listens to his surrounding and make other feels that they are leading everything, and the person who makes perfect decisions and perfect paths. Now, these are the virtual challenges given to us in order to complete my wand and the power in me. Now, if I talk about the qualities and powers I believe I have are courageousness, resilience, and optimism. The wand for it I have chosen is the wand of bravery with the symbol of eagle. As we all know that eagle symbolizes great strength, great leadership, and vision, which is very synonymous to my powers, which are courageousness, resilience, and optimism. Now coming to my vision board and what I want to be. So I want to become a public speaker. So what are the skills required to it and how can I develop those skills? So the first skill is the communication skill. So how can I develop that? By listening everything going around. Like we say, if you want to become a writer, you need to read first of all. Likewise, if you want to become a communicator or a public speaker, you need to listen to what has been said. Not specifically what it has been said, but how it has been said. Now coming to the second point, by practicing the art of speaking. Like we say that practice makes the man perfect. That's it. And how I practice is by just looking into the mirror and talking to myself. It is a myth that while communicating, only verbal communication is important. No, learning non-verbal communication is very important too, because through that we can get to know what is going on in one's mind through his body language and through his gesture. Second skill required by a public speaker is understanding. As his main motto is to motivate people, is to inspire people, which he can do by expatiating into the subject, getting deep down into the subject, processing in his mind in order to explain to the people. Then comes connection, which can be developed by anyone by just being empathetic. Last but not the least is patience, which is just not needed in this field but in every field, in every aspect of life too. And you can develop it by just two things: smile and self-control, because smile is such a thing which can calm anyone down in any situation, even you. Many tasks, help in the kitchen was one of them. When my turn came to step into the kitchen, being an Indian girl, we know the kitchen skills, but in case we don't know how to cook, it takes us minutes to learn. And the skills which I learned and on which I need to work is planning, management, and time management. If I talk about my experience, I would say there was nothing new. Yes, obviously, because we all do some sort of things every day in our life in the kitchen. Now comes the actual challenge. Let's make the world a better place. Now, in order to make the world a better place or India a better place, there are thousands of issues on which we need to talk. But through my perspective, the most important issue, the most crucial issue, and the issue on which we need to take step is the focus on women's safety. Because I want to cut the surrounding of fear for women for a better and safer world. Now, what is the meaning of women's safety? Women's safety includes strategies, policies aiming to reduce the violence happening, the harassments and domination happening against women. There might be a question in your head that why do we need women's safety? Now, each and every person on this globe has a right to be free from any kind of harassment, and that same person has the right to fulfill his dream and potential, but some are not able to. Now, let's emphasize more on why women's safety in India. India is racing towards becoming an economic superpower, but the country is lacking in women's safety. Now, it is a great thing that we want to be superbly economical, but what would be the meaning if the heart and soul of the globe, that is the women's, are not happy, if they are not being respected? No doubt, the Indian patriarchal mind has changed over time, but not to the extent it should be. Yes, because there were such times when our grandmother, great grandmother, were not allowed to move freely or step out of the house. But now we are in such times where girls, women, you, me, we all are moving freely. But after a certain point of time, like after 10 o'clock, neither your mom allows you to go out nor mine. Why? Due to the unsafe environment outside. Though they stop us for our good, but I want to cut that unsafe environment and I want to abolish that unsafe environment. That's why I have decided to spread awareness on this issue called women's safety. Even I have a responsibility to do my part, which I will carry on throughout my life on spreading awareness on women's safety. So I conducted a session on women's safety, especially focusing on rape crime, where 30 girls were being called along with one speaker. The ground was open where everybody could share and we learned a lot. Now, when it came to spread awareness on this topic called women's safety by sitting home and urging people to please talk about it and to please take and steps on it, I asked the senior psychology student if she could help me in any way. It was so sweet of her that she made a video on mental health, as mental health is very important too, where she discussed about the mental health when someone is suffering from anything and what to do before if you feel like such things would take place. Then that video I sent to all my friends, all the girls, women and children I know out there, and asked them to forward the video. Now I thought that I need to do something officially too. So I tried to contact the Women's Safety Ambassador of Chhatra Sansad and urged her to help the thousands of women and girls as well as boys out there. It was so very great that she made an audio clip covering topics like women empowerment, female unity, rape abolishment, and legal steps to be taken if any such incident takes place. And then the most powerful, social media. So I took the help of social media platforms to spread awareness, through which I have reached 1,000+ people and even reaching more day by day. I even asked my friends to take part in this and to do from their side as much as possible. As we talked about the issue, now what is the solution to this issue? But first, the main problem, what is the root cause? What is the root problem to it? It is gender discrimination, social norms, and especially in India, men's prove their domination over women's and girls from the through the tools like violence, harassment, and rapes. So the only remedy, through my perspective, the only remedy to this issue is education. Not just studies, but a system of education where special classes should be conducted discussing about it, like human rights, violence against women, harassment, and women empowerment. Because education is the key. Education is something to which a human being is familiar from his childhood to 20 to 25 years of his life. If they are been taught, we are been taught, nothing like this would take place, because these are not issues which we need to hide or cover up. Because unless and until we will not talk, discuss, or implement, all the cruel things will never stop. If boys are taught how to respect girls, if girls too are taught how to respect boys, rules and regulations and how to fight back, these things would never take place. After this, there would be no need to even blame the government and police. We all know that our government is bit lethargic in this case. Tell me why it took so many years to solve the Nirbhaya case. This is the table showing what will I do the moment I will step out of my house. So to create awareness, I will conduct public session and call expert professionals. I can create awareness by making an NGO, by coming together and help of social media as well. All learnings in my LEAD journey was the need of effective communication skills every time, being ready in unexpected situations and having patience. Skills which I utilized in my LEAD project this time was time management skills, communication skills, understanding skills, social media skills, and grasping skills. These skills helped me a lot and taught me a lot as well. So at the end, I would say my leadership journey was very fabulous, where I just not learned how to lead, but I have enhanced and improved my confidence, character, and especially the collaboration skill. Always, leadership doesn't always teaches us about our own self, but also about our country, nation, and our surrounding. And definitely, this journey would never end. Thank you so much.